Alright guys, how you all doing? Hope you're all keeping safe. So last week I did my first kind of vendor reset in a very long time. I used to do it in Division 1 every week and you guys seem to enjoy it. So I thought I'd do another one this week and we'll keep doing it as long as you guys enjoy it. So hopefully that's good. So we're starting off at the base of operations here, standard vendor right at the front. So the first piece we got is this China Light Industries Corporation piece, which is the named piece, the backpack, which is strategic alignment. Not a particularly good roll. Explosive resistance is low. Pretty low status effects. It's got perfect shock and awe. If you are the sort of person just to collect named items, I kind of do that as well myself, then I don't believe I have this one, so I'm probably going to pick this one up just for the fact that I want to get all of the named items. But you don't have to, of course. We've got a Tommy gun next. We then got an ACR, which has got 8% crit damage, which actually matches my highest, so that may be more than your highest, so pick it up if you need it. We then got a tactical M1911. We got the Ariada Holdings backpack. A pretty high roll on the skill damage and crit damage there. It's got an offensive mod as well, but the core attribute is pretty low, and the talent doesn't really fit all too well with that piece of gear. We then got Walker Harrison Co. chest piece. Not a particularly good roll on that one. We got headshot damage, offensive mod. We got a deflect duration on the drone. We got skill haste on the turret, and then we got a damage mod on the sticky bomb here, which is only 6.3%, so it's a fairly low one. The skill haste is pretty low on the turret as well, and the deflect duration is 6.4% on the drone, so again it's pretty low. So we'll move on to the clan vendor. Alright, so we're at the clan vendor. It looks like we got Firm Handshake, which is the named Sokolov Concern gloves. 15% status effects on there. Health is again a little bit low. It's a rainbow roll. So and we've got weapon damage as the core attribute. Ongoing directive holster, not particularly high roll on there either. True Patriot gloves, again not an overly high roll, and also the Negotiator's Dilemma mask, again not particularly high roll. We got 93R pistol with 15% pistol damage, so we got max roll on the 93R. It's got close and personal, which again works really well with a pistol because it's up and close, and obviously you could re-roll the health damage to whatever you want. So this is a pretty nice piece actually. I'm going to pick this up myself, I reckon. Moving on, we got the SRS A1. Spike's not a bad talent to go with marksman rifles, although it's probably better to go with rifles. But this has got 9% damage to targets out of cover, which is a pretty high roll on that one. It's only one off the maximum. Classic M44 carbine, not a particularly high roll on that one. Marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, and optimal range. L86, again, not particularly good roll here. It's also got measure, which I believe is to be one of the worst talents in the game, but yeah, not a particularly good one there. We got the mask for Alps Summit crit damage, status effects, and an empty utility mod slot. If you do need an Alps mask, this might not be a bad piece to pick up because you can just re-roll away the crit damage, or you could, you could just re-roll the crit damage away and you got yourself a full yellow piece there. Golem gear, we got max roll on the health, which is again a really high roll. If you don't have a max roll on health for a chest piece, then it's worth picking this piece up. But aside from that, weapon handling's really low. Only at 4%. Armor's pretty low as well, and it's got spark, which isn't the best piece to go with this particular gear set. We've got a rainbow rolled piece of Richter and Kaiser on the mask, not a good roll there. 5% crit chance on the mod, not great. 6.7% armor repair on the turret there, that's not too bad. On the drone there, that's not too bad actually. 4.8% again on a mod there for crit chance, and then 4.3% for the turret for damage, which is again not a great roll. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so now we're at the theatre settlement. Let's see what we got. We got a pair of Fox's Prayers. So if you do need Fox's Prayers for your knee pads, that 8% damage to target out of cover is pretty much unparalleled when it comes to knee pads. It's kind of best in slot. Other than that, it's pretty low rolled at 10.4% weapon damage and only 15,000 health. But if you do need them, they're there. They're named Overlord Armaments knee pads. We've got an ACS-12 shotgun. Not a great roll, although it does have crit damage and damage to armor, which isn't bad if you're running, say, like a crit hit build. It's got In Sync as the talent as well. If you do need In Sync as a talent, you can get it from here for shotguns. I don't think I have In Sync as a talent on shotguns, so I'm going to pick this one up. Resolute MK47, not a particularly high roll on any of that kind of thing there. But it's got spike, which again can work well if you're running something like a rifle with a skill damage build. It's pretty good. Petrol gloves, rainbow roll, not good at all. China light, very bad roll there. Very low. 3.5% weapon handling is so low. We've got shock resistance as a mod. We've got the 1+1 cluster mines. 4.2% active regeneration on the shield. 8.3% speed for Firefly. And then we got the decoy with 6% health. Not particularly good at any of this stuff. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so we've now made it to the campus. We're going to see what is here. So we've got Night Watcher, which is the named Gilligard face mask. It's got 100% scanner pulse haste. It's got 117,000 armor, quite a low roll. 8.3% status effects, again, fairly low roll, and a blue defensive mod slot. If you do need the named mask from Gilligard, here it is. I've actually got one, so I'm not going to be picking this one up. We've then got Covert SRS, pretty low roll on that one. Not overly great. MK46, again, pretty low roll there. 10% for LMG damage, 9% for damage to targets out of cover, and 6.5% crit chance with Ignited, so not great. Richter and Kaiser mask, low roll health, low roll repair skills, not worth it, to be honest. We've got a full red on Grupo Sombra, so if you are looking for a full red on Grupo, it's there. You can reroll weapon damage to 15%, you'd have 5.5% weapon handling, which weapon handling is much better in the game now than it was before, and then 5.2% crit chance. So it's not the best, but if you are in need of a full red on Grupo, you can pick it up there. We got a 8.5% skill duration mod. We got a 4.3% duration there on that one. We got the Hive with 8.2% reviver armor repair. That might be quite high for some of you guys. I think that's probably matching my highest, so that's there for the Hive as well. 8.8% radius on pulse. And we've also got shock radius on the trap there at 6%. So let's move on to the next one. None of those are really, for me at least, worth picking up. But they may be worth it for you. Let's move on. Alright, so we are now at DZ West. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got the Virginian, which is the 1886 rifle. The named version. I don't actually have this. It's got perfect boomerang. And again, I'm going to have to go into the Dark Zone and farm to get this piece, although I'm probably not going to do it because I don't go in the Dark Zone, but I do want this piece, so I'm probably going to have to. I haven't really got much choice. So that's there if you do need it. We've got KSG shotgun, fairly low roll on that. We've got SOCOM M1A, which is actually not bad, actually, because it's got crit damage, it's got health damage, it's got rifle damage, but it's got perpetuation, which, if you're running something like Eclipse Protocol, which obviously does your status effects and stuff, then this rifle is probably going to be good for that. The SOCOM M1A is one of my favourite rifles in the game. We then got an ongoing directive piece here with 2 red rolls, pretty low though. Aces and 8s on the knee pads, weapon damage, status effects. We then got Gilligard gloves. Again, not a particularly high roll, although a health roll is getting towards the end there at 17,000. China light piece with 2 red rolls, so probably not worth it there. 8.3% shock resistance mod. We got 6.3% health on the mines. 4% damage bonus per enemy on the shield. I'll say this again, guys. Does anyone have 5% on this? Is 5% the maximum? I've never seen it. Let me know in the comments below. 5.8% skill haste, which is a quite low roll there for the Firefly, and then 5.5% health again on the decoy. Probably not worth getting either of these because you can get them from the other vendors I've covered in this video at higher amounts. Let's move on to the next DZ vendor. Alright, so we're now at the DZ South vendor. Let's see what we have this time around. Again, we've got the strategic alignment China Light named piece here with perfect shock and awe. It's probably worth getting the other piece as opposed to this one, so let's move on. We got an MP5 ST with maximum SMG damage, 16% crit chance, very low reload speed, and with ranges. So not the best roll for this MP5, to be honest, guys. Probably not worth picking up, unless, of course, you need a maximum roll SMG damage to put in your recal library. Then it may be worth picking it up. We got the FAL, 12% assault rifle damage, 13% health damage, and then optimal range with breadbasket. Again, not the greatest roll here, although I do like the FAL in this update. So if you do want to maybe test out the FAL for yourself, then you can do that here. We got a Magnum with pistol damage and crit chance. Again, not the greatest roll. Ongoing directive backpack, True Patriot chest piece. Not particularly good rolls on either of those. We got a max rolled yellow Wyvern Wear. It's not max roll, but it's full yellow. So we've got skill haste, repair skills, and then we've got the yellow utility mod slot with clutch. Not great. It's max rolled in yellows, but it's got clutch, which doesn't really work with it at all. And all the rolls are pretty low, so probably not worth it this time around. China Light chest piece again, probably not worth it. 10.2% crit damage on a mod. That's not overly high, but that's not too bad actually. We got 2 extra bombs on the drone there, 4.2% damage on the turret, and then 4.7% blast radius on the sticky. Not a good one this time, guys. Let's move on to the last DZ vendor there. Alright, so coming up to DZ East, overall, we've not had the best stuff coming from this vendor so far, so hopefully this may be able to redeem, or New York may be able to do that. Let's find out. So we've got the new reliable, the RPK, with perfectly optimized, which has got 30% weapon handling. If you do need that named item, then please go ahead and get it. I've already got it, so I don't need it, so unfortunately that's not for me. We've got a custom M44 with 14% marksman rifle damage. We've also got 108% headshot damage, so those are almost max roll, but we've only got 3.8% stability. You don't really need stability on an M44 or on any slow-firing sniper in this game, and it's got fast hands, which again isn't a great talent to go here, so it's probably not worth picking that one up. We've got a max rolled LMG damage infantry MG5. It's only got 5% damage to targets out of cover, so that's pretty low. It's got swap speed of 12.2%. You'd probably want to get rid of that as well, and then vindictive as well is also not particularly great. So again, if you do need a max rolled kind of LMG damage for maybe your recal library, or you just want to test out the MG5, then you can pick it up from here, but not when I'm going to be picking up myself. We then got a Negotiator's Dilemma Mask, not a great piece there. Future Initiative Holster, if you do need that, then please go get it. Then you can just recal the attribute to whatever you want. We've got a Fenris mask here. I'll get my words out in a minute. Unfortunately, weapon damage is only 11.5% because you'd want to roll away status effects. You'd probably want to get this to full red. So, yeah, not one worth picking up for me. But it's there if you need it. It's got status effects, crit damage, and then an offensive mod slot. Richter and Kaiser holster with 2 red attributes. Again, probably not worth picking up because you're going to want to probably get this as a full kind of yellow piece, and that's you're not going to get that. 16.2% repair skills on the mod there. We got plus 1% ammo on the launcher, the cam launcher there. We got stim efficiency 8.3% there on the hive, 4.9% skill haste on pulse, and then 4.2% duration on the trap. All of these pretty low rolls, so if you don't have Warlords of New York, that's your lot. And there isn't particularly any really good rolls for this one. But let's move on to New York for any of you guys who do have Warlords and see what's available there. Alright, so we are now at the Haven. And let's see what we have at this disappeared vendor. So we have an MP5 ST. It's got Strained, which isn't quite as good as it has been before, but it's still worth using. I definitely used it in PvP and it's been pretty good for that. You've got SMG damage, crit chance, and reload speed. Overall, not a particularly great roll because the actual amounts are pretty low, so maybe not worth picking up that one. SR1 with 12% marksman rifle damage, 9% headshot damage, and crit chance. Again, with steady hand, so not overly great. We've got a SIG 716 with boomerang. It's got accuracy, rifle damage, and very low roll on crit damage, so yeah, not the greatest roll there. Tactical M1911 with Ranger, so already can tell that that's not going to work. And it's got fairly low roll on pistol damage and crit chance, to be honest. We got a max rolled Petrov piece, though, on weapon damage 15%, but very low rolled explosive resistance and crit chance, although it does come with focus. But yeah, overall, not a great piece, although if you do need max rolled weapon damage on a chest piece there, you can get it from here if you want to. Sokolov Concern, knee pads, rainbow roll, all low rolls, not a good piece. Same for Richter and Kaiser here. Complete rainbow roll, not worth picking up, guys, from being honest. 10.1% skill haste mod, 16.8% incoming repairs mod, 4.3% deflector damage on the shield, 7.9% ensnare duration on the chem launcher there. For any of you guys who are going into PvP and using the ensnare function, then If you don't have this, it's there, although I do know it's being tuned down for TU11. And then 6.3% damage for the... what's the name of it again? I forgot. But anyway, improved sticky payload. Let's move on to the last vendor here at the Haven. Alright, so we're at the last vendor here at the Haven. Fingers crossed to see what we've got here. So we've got a Tactical Org with SMG damage, crit chance, damage to armor. That's actually a good roll for those particular attributes, but they're all fairly low. And it's got Spike, so probably not worth picking up that one. RPK 74, LMG damage, damage targets out of cover, and magazine size. Again, not a bad kind of set of attributes, but it's got measured as the talent, so probably not worth picking up that one. KSG shotgun with 50% shotgun damage. Very low accuracy on 4.5%. You probably want to get rid of that anyway. And it's got damage to armor, but again, load rolled, and the talent's not great with this. But if you do need the 15% shotgun damage, then you can pick it up here for your recal library. That's no problem. Military M9 with finisher, pistol damage, magazine size, not a great piece. We've got a full rainbow roll of Hannah U on the chest piece. Not a good pickup, guys. Gilligard gloves, rainbow roll on this piece. All low rolls as well. Not a good piece at all. Grupo Sombra holster. Again, just probably not worth it. Although, maybe, no, it's not worth it. I'm looking at him trying to think, is there some way of dealing with it? Probably not, actually, on that piece. 16.6% repair skills as a mod there. 15,000 armor on kill for another mod, a fairly low roll on that armor on kill one. Plus 1 extra sniper ammo for the turret. 8.2% stim efficiency for the hive. And then 4.9% blast radius for the sticky bomb. I got it this time, guys. So, overall, guys, not the greatest vendor reset video, if I'm being completely honest with you. There's some stuff here that people might want, but overall, not great. What I will say is just quickly, is that I don't think I've ever seen a max roll mod being sold at a vendor, and I don't even think that's possible. But overall, this has been pretty much made up of rainbow rolls and then some max kind of weapon damage rolls here and there, but overall not particularly great, although there is some named items that I didn't have that I've picked up with low rolls. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy this one. Tomorrow I'm going to be covering State of the Game, where we are going to learn more about the new Skyscraper game mode and Season 3 and all that sort of stuff. So make sure you got notifications turned on for that one, where I'll do my recap video. But until that one, guys, hope you're all keeping safe. Epic out.